guys, it's Nijhea. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we just about to get straight to the point because people is playing on my name. It's just beginning to be too much, and I really haven't came on any platform other than my spam to address anything. I think it's time for me to talk and address my feelings. I'm gonna get straight to the point. If you guys don't know, I was friends with a person for 5 years of my life, and just recently, this past week, the whole friendship has been blown up on the internet in front of thousands of people. I've been dealing with it all by myself. Well, me and Ricky have been dealing with it by ourselves. We literally trauma bonded. Me and Ricky is trauma bonding, okay? That's my bitch. So I'm addressing the situation because I feel like it's important for me to tell my side of the story and to give some context as to why things went the way that they went. A lot of people are saying things and assuming things, and they simply don't know the truth. So I'm here to put everything on the floor. This is not about no drama-filled response. I'm gonna try to be as mature as I possibly can. I'm gonna try. So approximately 4 days ago, one of my close friends of 4 years shot me a text in a group chat that we've had for years, basically expressing his feelings on why he's going to take distance from me and Ricky. I'm about to be breaking everything down for y'all today. I will have receipts in this video. I will be defending myself. All of this has been blown so much out of context, and I think a lot of y'all are failing to realize that this is actually our real life, and it's not just tea for people to put their 2 cents in on the internet. Like, my feelings are actually hurt. I sat in my bed crying for 3 days over this shit, not even being able to make a response video until now because I literally could not make a video without crying, having to talk to my therapist about this. So I would appreciate it if everybody just gave the situation a little bit of grace and understanding. Like I said, I will be having receipts in this video, so I am going to be looking at my phone a lot, so please do not mind it. Honestly, you don't even have to look at me, just listen. On Saturday, April 19, 2025, one of my very close friends sent me and one of my other very close friends a message in the group chat, and I'm gonna read it for y'all. He sent this message at 4:25 p.m. The message states, "Hey, I'm gonna be taking a break from this chat for a little while to take time to rethink this friendship. Y'all be saying the F word too comfortably for my liking. And as a gay man, it doesn't sit right with me. You'll say you don't mean it in a homophobic way, but that's not possible, and it still makes me uncomfortable. Being as my best friends, you shouldn't ever say a slur towards my community. In my opinion, the very least you could do is not say it around me," which is true. We've been friends for almost 5 years now, and you both know how homophobia has affected me tremendously on and offline. I don't want to have to keep restating my boundaries because it hurts my feelings. I appreciate everything you two have done for me, especially in the last few months. I can't stress that enough. You don't cross each other's boundaries the way I feel like you cross mine, and I can't not address it. I'll still be posting the content we already filmed in ATL because I'm not going to waste it. I'm not writing this because I feel like I have to explain myself, but in hope that there's no confusion as to why I become distant. Thank you, and have a great Easter. I literally seen this message come through my phone. I seen the notification of it, and I clicked it, and I immediately was thinking of a response because I don't play when it comes to my friends and their feelings. I'm gonna say what my response was because my response, I don't think it was ever posted anywhere or nobody knows what it is, but I'm gonna read it for you guys. "I hear you. I respect you for taking space and setting your boundaries. I won't argue with how you feel, but I do wish you had brought this to us in the moment instead of holding on to it. It's frustrating to be blindsided like this after everything that we have been through. I never meant to make you uncomfortable or to cross a line, and if I did that, that was never my intention." And I'm honestly kind of confused because I don't even say that word casually. The one time it came up with me repeating what that man at the gym had said to me when I told a story on TikTok about me getting harassed. Let me tell y'all what just happened to me. Like, why men are just so weird. Like, they do. Y'all not get tired of being weird? So I'm in the gym. This man is constantly talking to me. Mind you, I have him in headphones and I'm on the machine. He's constantly talking to me, trying to make jokes, but you know, you be having to give men the little that shit. So that's what I was doing the whole time. I finished the workout, I walk away. This other man comes up to me and he's like, was that creepy old man bothering you? You want me to get him? I'm like, fake laugh. Then he gonna say, "No, I just want you to know that if he was looking, just be cool with it, cause we ain't gay." He didn't even say we ain't gay. He said we ain't. He said we ain't. So just want you to know that we ain't gay. So you just gonna have to get used to it. You gonna have to get used to us looking. We gonna have to get talking to me for? I wasn't using it against anyone or towards anyone or saying it in a homophobic way. I get that you're hurt and I won't tell you how to feel, but it's not fair to act like I've been throwing that word around when that's simply not true. I didn't even say it to Maj when he called me all types of bitches and hoes. But if you already have your mind made up, I respect your decision. Take all the time you need. No response. The next morning on Sunday at 9:41 a.m., Ricky texted her paragraph back. And Ricky texted me privately saying that she was drunk and she didn't want to say the wrong thing because this is a sensitive topic and we're talking about his feelings. That's why it took her longer to reply. But either way, all of this is in the span of 24 hours. Ricky's response is, I appreciate you for being honest with us. I'm sorry that anything we said made you feel disrespected because that was never my intention, especially after all the years we've been friends. I want to be real with you about how I'm feeling too. I didn't know you felt like this because this boundary was never something that was clearly expressed to us before. That's not me trying to dismiss what you're saying, but your decision just caught me off guard. And it hurts to feel like our friendship or the respect we have for you is being questioned based on something we didn't know was crossing the line. I've always seen this group as a safe space where we all could joke, even if the jokes were hella ignorant, sexist, homophobic, racist, or push limits, without it being taken personally, because at the end of the day, we understood where each other's hearts were. So to compare me and Nijhea's respect for each other to yours is unfair. But I understand now that the intent doesn't always cancel the impact, so I respect your decision to take space. No response. On Sunday at 4:54, I text the group chat again because I get another notification on my phone because you were my friend, so I have your YouTube post notifications on, and to my surprise, I see a thumbnail and a title, and I quote, "My straight friends using the F slur, messy step family stories. The Kiki with Kiki." I feel like both of our responses literally opened the space for him to tell us exactly how he felt in that moment and not going on social media about it. When he sent us the message, I was kind of confused because we never say this word casually. But I feel like all of this could have been resolved in a conversation. It all happening within the span of hours is very, very calculated because we took time to take your feelings into consideration. Now, I do want to say neither of us were mentioned in the video directly. We knew it was about us. You knew it was about us. So I knew our supporters were gonna know it was about us. In the video, you made it seem like we just constantly use slurs around you and we were just these two ignorant girls, these girls who just had no regard for you, when that's not what it was, okay? That was not the situation by a long shot. The video honestly gave me you wanted clout or you wanted attention, and that really hurt my feelings because I was honestly very messed up about the message that you had sent me, and I honestly wanted to talk about it because I never wanted to hurt your feelings ever in life. Me being a reason that your feelings were hurt my feelings. I never wanted to hurt you. All you had to do was have a conversation with me. The way he framed us in the video just made it seem like we were two homophobic girls who did not care about his feelings and who would just overstep his boundaries. He kept using the words boundaries. KEES, you never set any boundaries with us. You never set any boundaries, boo. This is killing me. In my opinion, it gave me the vibe that he was using this situation for views and for clicks and for likes and for clout, and that really hurt my feelings because I thought we were deeper friends than that. Honestly, I thought we were best friends. So when I seen that he had posted that on Easter Sunday after I had got out of church, I'm not gonna lie, I was drunk off a couple mimosas after brunch, and I screenshotted that and I immediately sent it to the group chat and I said, "You're weird. I don't even see how you could be our friend for this long and hold in resentment towards us. I couldn't even wait 5 minutes. I couldn't even wait 5 minutes to send this in a group chat, bro. Like, I'm like, you're really weird. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how you did that. I sent it to Ricky. I sent it to the group chat. I'm like, that, I'm gonna say it to him. This is weird. I said, this is kind of weird, not gonna lie. You could have at least replied to us and let us have a mature conversation before you posted it online. Like, dang, you don't think this situation is a little fresh to be posting about it? I actually value our friendship offline, so my feelings are hurt right now. If you've been holding in resentment for a while, why not just say something? You're literally a weirdo, bro. I don't give a And not gonna lie, I was going in on him because my feelings was hurt, bro. My feelings was really hurt. We always said we would never go to the internet about each other, and that was literally the first thing you did. I did send him an audio message, and I'm gonna play it for y'all because I'm gonna say what I did too. Like, I'll say everything. This was the audio I sent in the group chat.
Like, nigga, I could really max on you, but I respect you enough to not even do that, so I'm not even gonna do that. But you making a video was extra weird. I'm not gonna lie, and that shit actually hurt my feelings because I thought you was my friend in real life. But I see that you're not, and I'm just gonna block you. I'm just gonna block you on everything. Your weird. I hope you have a good life. I hope that karma comes around and gets your ass.
That's what it was. And I don't think I said nothing bad. I also said, I literally see why you fall out with everybody. I said, fuck this shit. It's not even worth my time. I have enough respect for you to say it to you, but I'm just gonna block you because this shit is weird. Guess what this boy replies back to me? Cry me a river. Good riddance. But you the victim. This shit is killing me. I can't take this shit. This shit be crashing the fuck out. What, nigga? Oh my God, just talking about this shit makes me so mad, bruh. Let's stay focused. Let's keep reading because it gets worse. This boy says to me, I'm not even gonna read this shit. You feel some type of way because you're dead wrong and homophobic. You can't tell me I can't vent. I never said you couldn't vent, weirdo. I literally gave your ass the space to vent and you ignored it. Calm down, calm down. Ooh, this is why I could not make a video when it was freshly done, because when this happened, this is the maddest I've been in years, bro. This is the maddest I've been in years because we were actually friends. I just seen you 2 weeks ago. I was just over your house. Let's keep going. I said, fuck on, you're a weird. He replies to the message of me saying, you fall out with everybody. Saying, yeah, because when I don't like something, I eventually tell them off and not suck their. I said, nigga, you went to the internet. You literally felt this way for years. He says, what? I said, and you continue to smile in our faces, bruh. Ricky says, no, Kees, you're dead wrong. She's upset because you dropped this bomb on us saying you're feeling this way. And we responded very understanding, trying to get some sort of understanding. You literally left her on red and proceeded to use this situation you just brought to us for attention and views on the internet. He says, no, nigga, I felt this way when I heard you say the F word. I said, then why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say something? I said, you have so much to say on a YouTube video, but your punk ass couldn't say shit to us. And when I say punk, don't mix my words. When I say punk, I mean weak ass. Don't try and make it like I'm saying a slur. No, I mean punk for the original definition. I felt that shit is weak. And yes, I was talking to him crazy, but bro, you literally just went on the internet about us. How am I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to feel when you just went on the internet about us and we've been friends for 5 years, bro? What the fucky? Ricky says, you know damn well we never had a dislike for someone based on their sexuality, which we never have. This man says, I'm not gonna be gaslit. I know how to speak around y'all based on what y'all told me, and I moved different when I felt like my feelings were hurt. But y'all never do the same for me. I don't care. I'm not gonna feel bad about my feelings. I say, you're literally a manipulator. He says, it's like talking to a brick wall. I literally can't even read this because I'm literally like getting triggered. I might have to just like skip through and not say everything because this is literally triggering me. So basically, it's just a bunch of back and forth going on between him and Ricky. I don't know if Ricky wants me to say all of the stuff that she was saying to him. I'm just gonna say what he was saying to me and what I was saying to him. And if Ricky wants to, she can post her side of the messages, but I don't feel comfortable posting her side. I only feel comfortable posting mine. He says, if you can't see that homophobia is more than liking gay people and allowing them to be around you, then I don't know what to tell you. Change that. I don't care. I say, you have deep-rooted issues within yourself and that has nothing to do with us. Guess what this man replies back to me? And Nijhea, you're bitching like I'm slamming you in the video. I kept it very respectful the whole time. You're mad because you're hearing about yourself and it hurt. I've known y'all for 5 fucking years and Ricky, what hurt the most was you was there. Unlike this aggressive ass bitch. He calls me an aggressive ass bitch. You called me an aggressive ass bitch and you know, like, bro, I'm getting fired up. Like, I literally can't even talk about this shit. I'm gonna have to take a break and come back because I'm getting triggered, bro. I'm getting triggered. This situation literally triggers me so bad, y'all. Like, I'm so sorry that I'm yelling and I'm screaming, but I'm actually like really hurt because this was somebody who was actually my friend. How could you even call me aggressive knowing how that makes me feel? And I'm gonna tell y'all why it's triggering me, because me and KEES had a conversation about how people call me aggressive and how it bothers me. We had a conversation while we were in the car and we went on this 16-hour road trip. We had a conversation about how everybody calls me aggressive and it hurts my feelings because in actuality, I'm really sweet and I'm really nice and like I'm not fucking aggressive. Like he knew that was like, I don't even want to cry about this shit. He knew that calling me aggressive was gonna trigger me, bro. And he did it on purpose. And it's just like, you're dead ass wrong. Like, you're dead ass wrong. And you call me aggressive. I hate crying on camera, bro. Let me calm down. Oh, Nijhea, calm down. This is why I literally could not go on TikTok and talk about this situation. Like, I thought I was ready to make a YouTube video, but obviously I'm not. But I have to clear my name at some point. So I'm just gonna finish the video like I already started. But please excuse me for crying because this actually hurt the fuck out of me. This shit is so weird. I'm gonna tell y'all why this triggered me so much, him calling me aggressive, because while we were on this 16-hour road trip, I told this boy that everyone calls me aggressive and it really hurts my feelings and I want to try to stop being so aggressive. And this boy literally told me to my face, well, sister, you just have to soften up. Like, you just have to be more soft. Like, you just have to be more soft, sister. You just have to be more soft. And then you turn around and the first thing you say to me is, you're aggressive, knowing that that would trigger me because that's something that we had a deep talk about, a serious talk. And the first thing you do when we get in a disagreement is call me aggressive. All this shit weird. Ricky says, I barely say that word, but if you felt like that, I would have appreciated you to just let me know instead of putting it on the internet, which is real. Like, why did you go to the internet, bro? Why? I replied back, I'm mad because you went on the internet like a weirdo and you ignored us when we tried to talk about it. And then he replies to me, oh my god, look at my makeup. Okay, y'all, I had to take a little break because I was getting very emotional. My makeup was getting messed up. And I know y'all about to clip the hell out of this video, so I'm not about to look crazy. I just went in the bathroom, took it all off, did some skincare, and I'm back. So after this boy says that message to me and calls me aggressive, he knows, because we had a conversation, he knows how that makes me feel. I'm gonna read the message I said back to him. I said, I'm mad because you went on the internet like a weirdo and ignored us when we tried to talk about it. I want you guys to notice the tone and how he's talking to me versus how he's talking to Ricky. I had to talk to Ricky about this because it literally had me thinking I was crazy or like I'm tripping. But she was like, no, Nijhea, like the tone was totally different between how he was talking to me and how he was talking to you. She said she immediately picked up on it and she immediately noticed. And when she noticed how he was calling me aggressive and said it multiple times, she immediately texted me and she was like, I'm so sorry, like, you do not deserve that. And the thing about it is, I didn't even want to say this because I didn't want to seem woke, like I was too woke. But why are you talking to me like this? After I said you ignored us when we tried to talk about it, he says, you can't tell me how to vent or to feel. Nijhea, I really don't give a wasn't you supposed to be blocking me? I replied back, you're a horrible person, because at this point my feelings are hurt because I could see if you called me a punk back, that wouldn't have hurt my feelings. But you calling me an aggressive bitch? This is a scheme that Todd set up. This is a scheme that Todd set up. I replied back, I mentally can't even have this conversation. And Ricky immediately picks up on it and she says, and now you're angry because she's upset. That's so foul. You were supposed to be her best friend. And at the end of the day, I would have never talked about you on the internet or give anybody the spaceway to have opinions on y'all. Listen to how the tone switches when he replies back to Ricky. Ricky, you have no idea what you're talking about. I wasn't pretending anything. I was already rethinking how I was feeling because the gay comment you made about Maj and how uncomfortable it made me feel. I was stuck because I fuck with you and I know you're a good person, but your bigoted rhetoric is crazy homophobic. End of story. Always calling niggas gay and even saying a word. And y'all clearly didn't watch the whole segment, because if you did, you wouldn't be so mad about an ex-friend saying how you made them feel. He's literally a gaslighter. And KEES, I want you to know, I watched that whole segment 20 times. I literally remember all your mannerisms. I remember how you were talking about us. You said, if roses don't have thorns, then maybe you just gotta cut them off. It's like, no, I watched it and it was still weird, boo. But are you guys noticing the tone flips, or am I crazy? Because if I'm crazy, let me give you another example. I replied back, aggressive bitch, you need to be more aggressive because you're a punk bitch. Because at this point, you got me fucked up. You do not get the chance to call me aggressive when you have not seen aggressive. I can show you aggressive. I can show you an aggressive ass DC ass. If you think the way that I was acting while I was your friend was aggressive, you ain't seen nothing yet, baby. You ain't seen me as an enemy. He replies back, wasn't you supposed to block me? Now you're confused as to why you're getting called aggressive. Didn't like 7 people tell you that? Let me tell you how him saying that is so up. When I sat in that car with you for 16 hours, we had a long talk about how I'm tired of people calling me aggressive when y'all don't know me. I'm tired of people calling me aggressive. I'm not aggressive. If you get to know me, if you talk to me in real life, people that actually know me know that I'm naturally like this. I'm from Northeast DC. This is how I talk. This is how I was raised. This is how I am. I just feel like if you from the East Coast or you from DC or you from whatever, we just have a way of talking. I'm not aggressive and I'm not always mad. It's literally just how I talk, how I grew up. And I told KEES this a million times. And he said, well, sister, maybe you just have to be softer, sister. Maybe you just have to be softer, sister. So for you to throw in my face that I told you that multiple people called me aggressive and it bothers me, you're a horrible person. He says, I don't know what timeline of years you're talking about, but okay, girl, just block me. I said he's been plotting on us for years because certain things in the video that he was saying happened years ago. Like when he was talking about that trip, we were all supposed to be booking a trip to Jamaica, and we told him like, we don't think it's best if you wear nails in Jamaica. That's all we said. And then he took it to the internet and flipped it. Now I'm gonna let Ricky, if she ever decides to make a video, I'm gonna let Ricky talk about that more because she knows about, you know, Jamaican culture more than me because she is Jamaican, you know. But we never laughed at him, we never bullied him about that. I feel like that was some real shit of us to say to him, you know, like, do you want us to be real with you or not? And at this point, after he calls me an aggressive bitch, I just like kind of tune out, and it's literally just him. And if Ricky wants to show y'all these messages, she can, because at this point I'm not saying anything because I literally just tuned out. I want to point out something that he said to Ricky because it matters. Ricky says, hearing about myself on the internet by my friend who I have love for is what hurt me. He replies back to Ricky. And says, Ricky, like I said, you're very emotionally intelligent. This weaponized incompetence is beneath you. It's like he's still being very weird to Ricky, but it's in a passive aggressive way. Like you want to sound so logical, but really you're just a manipulator, boy. And I feel like by him using those phrases when it comes to her feelings, like he's technically not insulting her, but at the same time, the undercurrent is very passive aggressive, the way that he's talking to her. And like I said, are y'all noticing this tone switch? When he's talking to Ricky, he's another person. When he's talking to me, he's a whole different person. Am I crazy? I had to talk to all my friends about this. I'm like, are y'all noticing that this tone is switching? It's switching constantly, and he doesn't even notice it. You're trying to use these big words to undermine her feelings, and it's like she's not going for it. We're not stupid. I'm gonna say another piece that stood out to me when we were texting, which at this point I'm really not even texting. I'm only like saying one word because I didn't have like the mental capacity to even argue with him. Like it was like I'm arguing with my nigga. At the end of the day, you still a nigga and you're arguing like a nigga, and it was triggering me. Ricky says, you still decided to post some messy ass shit and say f us. But even in your paragraph, you played this innocent role like you wanted space. Whole time, you was about to go on the internet and post a video that would make people watch us like we're weird over something we never knew until the night before. Let's get into his reply to Ricky. Messy? No, you can say a lot, but this post was not messy at all. At the all. Y'all post about your personal lives on your spams and people all the time. Is that messy? Was answering an honest question about messy Maj messy? Y'all was giving valid reasons for why you felt a certain way. I went out my way to hide you guys' identity, but I'm messy? Or is it that I'm fed up with not being heard? I mean, shit, I'm getting bombarded with texts calling me all types of weirdos and punk bitches and scary because I said y'all said homophobic. Bro, it's like, are you slow? No, really, like, is everything working up there, boo-boo? Like, is everything functioning well in your brain? We're calling you a weirdo because you took this to the internet. He's trying to make it seem like, well, I can say my feelings. I can say my feelings. You guys don't let me say my feelings. We literally gave you the space to say your feelings. You went to the internet like a weirdo. Like, that is that not weird? You could have said this. Just like how we were in the car and I told you that people calling me aggressive makes me feel bad. You could have did that same exact thing. It was a long text thread, but the last message that I'm gonna read, and I want y'all to notice the tone. Ricky, either call me because the voice memos aren't playable, or don't call me, but the texting and the voice memos are being sent minutes apart from each other. I'm just now getting your other ones. Anyways, it's clear this conversation isn't changing anyone's mind because I'm standing firm on what I said. Nijhea, like I said, good riddance. I never called you out your name one time. Literally, you just called me a bitch until you randomly came at me. I don't care to be your friend because you just did the same shit them other bitches did on the phone. I still never called you out your name in the video. If you feel like me calling you homophobic is a name, then so be it. KEES, you just did your weirdest one, baby. You did your weirdest one, boo-boo. And it's like he didn't even acknowledge the fact that he hurt our feelings. And KEES, I want to tell you something. Because I know you watching this. I know you about to make all the response videos. You might as well not even make one. But let me tell you something. I don't know what type of hatred you have in your heart for me specifically. I don't know who I remind you of that you hate, which we all know who it is, but we won't go there. But I'm not her, and I never did anything to you. And I feel like you have a strong hatred in your heart for black women, specifically darker skinned black women, because the way that you were shifting your tone when it came to me and Ricky, everybody is going to notice it. Everybody is going to notice that shit, and it had me thinking I'm fucking crazy when I'm not fucking crazy. And then on top of that, you went on the internet and you said these things about us, and when it came out that it was about us, everybody fucking thought it was me. Everybody said, I know it was Nijhea. I just know it was Nijhea that was saying this shit. I just know that she was the main one saying it. Whole time I don't even fucking say that shit. I don't say that shit. Keys, pull up a fucking text message of me saying that shit within this fucking year. I do not say that shit. And you know I don't say that shit. And you went online and you knew how motherfuckers was gonna paint this motherfucking picture of me, and that shit is calculated as fuck. Calculated, bro. You knew that everybody was gonna get on my ass because of my personality, because of how I talk, because of where I'm from, because of how I speak. You knew that. And you know in real life that I don't fucking say that shit to you. You know I don't fucking say that shit to you. You know I don't call you that shit. Yeah, I might have said, yeah, does this nigga look gay? Does this person look gay? Or I might have called Messy Maj a down low ass bitch. I might have did that. But I never, ever called you that word. I never called you that word, and you knew how this would demean our characters. You came for my character, Kees. You came for my character. I want you to get online and I want you to lie and say I called you or I said that around you in recent years. Maybe like a year ago I would have said something like that, but right now, the person that I am, you cannot say I say that, and I'm not about to own up to some shit that I don't fucking do. I'm not. I have people in my real life saying, Nijhea, you don't even talk crazy like that. Like, what are they talking about? You don't even say that. You don't say that. This situation to me is so much deeper than how you made it seem. And it's like this situation, even though it hurts me so much, it needed to happen. It needed to happen because it opened my eyes to so much stuff. And I want to come on here and I want to say, for all the people on the internet that were like, I know it was Nijhea. I know it was Nijhea. Check your fucking self. Keisha, I know you're probably gonna make a response video. Make a response video and show me saying that in recent years. You can't, because I don't. You can probably show me calling Messy Maj a down low stupid ass bitch. You could probably show that. You can probably show that. But that word? No, we do not fucking say that word as casually as he was trying to put it. And I really just feel like you didn't want to be our friends anymore, and you didn't have enough balls to say it to us. And that's why I called you a punk bitch. You did it with the right one, Keys. I'm telling you, you did it with the right one. I'm telling you, you hurt the right bitch feeling, because I'm not gonna let up on your ass. And another thing is, why I feel like this is very calculated, is you know how much stuff Ricky has been going through online. In the past recent months, we all know how much stuff Ricky has been going through publicly. So for you to come out publicly and talk about her is weird. It's weird. You know that us as black women, we were going to get bashed exactly like we did. We got bashed when you know the real. That's the thing. So for you to have Ricky in all of this public mess, I'm gonna get on your ass for the both of us. I'm gonna get on your ass for the both of us, because neither one of us deserve this shit. Especially when you sat in my bitch house for 12 days straight, eating all her food in her face. She's cooking for us. She's cleaning for us. She's driving us the around. You are weird, bro. You're weird. How could you do this to us? And I also want to bring up the selective accountability and the selective loyalty that you have, because as soon as we fall out, not even 20 minutes later, bro, you on the phone with Messy Maj. What is that about? And I'm not gonna lie, we was calling Messy Maj names. I still call Messy Maj names. I don't with him. But at the end of the day, for you to be our friend for 4 years and we stopped talking, and the next day you're on the phone with him, that shit hurt, because that man literally called Ricky and I all types of bitches and hoes, and you sat there and you watched it, and we told you about it, and we told you how it was so annoying that he would make 20 lives, go lives about us 20 times and just keep talking about us and blah 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 blah, and how he would just keep fucking with us. And we told you, the same man who called me and Ricky all types of bitches and hoes, you got on the phone with him the next day to tell him our business. And then on top of him going live about us, he went live just last week and said, yeah, I have somebody in DC for you. Stop talking about me. I have somebody in DC for you. My sister in DC, she about to come, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you want to get into it, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, at the end of the day, he's a man and I'm a woman. And it's like, I don't take no threat lightly. I don't take no threat lightly. So with him saying that to us, how could you not understand if we call him a down low messy ass? Like, I'm just saying, like, how could you defend him when we call him a messy ass gay bitch? Like, not saying that that was right, but it's like, can you try and understand us a little bit when the situation isn't so black and white? You know that we're not homophobic, but this boy is literally picking with us. Like, I'm not about to come on here and I'm not about to say that me calling him names and me calling him DL and stuff like that, I'm not about to say it was right. But at the end of the day, I don't fuck with Messy Maj, so I honestly fuck him. So I'm sorry. Keep it professional. Keep it professional, boo. You trying to make it seem like we coming for your community for no reason when this is picking with us. Like, what the hell? All I'm gonna say about that is you do not get to weaponize one mistake that we made in the heat of the moment when somebody was constantly harassing us online. You know for good and well we are not homophobic. Then you went online and you aligned yourself with this same person who says these same things but claims he's straight. And Keys, that situation was not about your community. It was about picking sides, and you picked your sides, and I genuinely feel like you just wanted to be friends with Messy Maj. You just wanted to be cool with Messy Maj. I don't know what it was about him, but you wanted to be cool with him. So y'all cool. Didn't choose the people who had your back for years. You chose drama, you chose views, and you chose fake validation. I also want to talk about how the friendship would switch up on and off camera, and I'm now only realizing this now that we fell out and you did all these things to us. I was so blind to the stuff that you were doing to us, but when I look back, you're actually really weird. This is the part that really trips me out. We were together for nearly 2 weeks, damn near last week, boy. We filmed content, we hung out, we had deep conversations, we laughed, we talked. I never seen any of this coming. Keith never one time brought up that we made him feel uncomfortable or we made it like we were leaving him out or any of this stuff. I just don't know where all this stuff is coming from, y'all. I literally don't know. And one thing I want to address is him saying that we peer pressured him to drink. We never peer pressured that boy to drink. Boy, you older than both of us. You a 23-year-old grown man. Come on, baby. Let's not do that. Because at the end of the day before when we were drinking and it was all our whole friend group, just everybody there, me, you, Ricky, and like 5 other people, everybody was taking shots. If you go back to the video, the bottle was damn near empty because we was already drinking that bit. And yes, I acknowledge that you don't drink. You're not a drinker. You say it all the time. But the day before that, you had no problem saying, well, I'll take a shot for the team. I'll take a shot for the team. But when it came down to it and it was my video, you got on the camera and you just started gagging when we told you to drink. Ricky even offered you wine because she seen that you didn't want to drink. You said, no, I don't want to do that. No. I'm just like, okay, Keys, can you at least fake like can you just do something for my video? Mind you, at this point, we had made at least 10 videos for his channel and we had made none for ours. But as soon as we wanted to make a video for our channel, he gets to all being weird, leaving in the middle of the video. We're just like, okay, we're just gonna let him go because at this point, vibe was just between me and Ricky anyway. But at that time, we wasn't thinking nothing of it. We just like, maybe he just not in the mood right now. You know, maybe he just not in the mood. And then another thing I want to bring up is the studio session. How the studio session made me feel. If you go back to my last vlog, you will see that we all went to the studio and we all like made a song together. We all had partners and we all made songs. It was me, Ani, 2 of Ricky's other friends. I don't know if they want their name on here, but it was a total of 6 of us. Keith was in my group. If you go to TikTok, you will see the song that me and Keith made together. It was actually a really good song. It was really cool. It was like I had to beg Keith to have fun with me and make the song with me. I'm like, Keith, come on, let's just make the song. He's like, no, I don't have a verse. If I don't have a verse, then you're just gonna have to do it by yourself. I'm like, bro, this shit is for fun. Just make the song with me. Like, come on. Like, I'm begging you to be my friend, and it's like, I will never do this again. Like, I have to beg you to have fun. And then when the song was finished, I'm like, Keith, let's make a TikTok to our song together. Like, people on Instagram are liking it. People on TikTok are liking it. We should make a video, like a little TikTok video together. He's like, I'll get up and I'll do it later when I get dressed. I'm like, no, but like we leave tomorrow. Like, mind y'all, we made the song on the first night we touched down in ATL. I asked him for the whole 12 days we were there to make a TikTok with me, and this boy waits until the day of my flight to say, I don't know how to upload it. I don't really want to upload it right now. I don't want to make a TikTok together. And then Ricky told me like when I left, because I kept asking him, I was like, let's make a TikTok, let's make a TikTok. Like, I want to make a TikTok together to our song. Like, people like it and people want to hear your side of the song. Like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm only, you know, posting my side. You can post your side on your TikTok and maybe it'll go up. And he just kept saying, no, I'm not dressed. I'm not dressed right now. I'm not dressed, so I'm not gonna do it. And I don't have this, that. And I don't have that. It's like, get up and make the fucking video with me, bro. Like, why are you acting weird? And then Ricky tells me that when I leave and I get on my flight, she told you, like, dang, Keisha, y'all should have made a video together. And you say, well, I really don't give a fuck. I really didn't give a fuck too anyway. I don't care. It's just like, dang, like, damn. And then another thing is, when you went home, you went on your spam and you made a post and said, yeah, I need friends who don't drink or smoke or do any of that. I need friends who are into K-pop and anime. I just want friends that are into what I'm into. I'm just like, boy, like, why are you doing this? You're being very weird right now. And it's just like, I noticed that you were being weird while we were friends, but I literally ignored it. This is teaching me to stop ignoring shit. Stop ignoring shit. And then the crazy part about you making that post on your spam is Ricky literally said to you in your face, Keys, I know you're not really into the club. I know you're not really into, you know, smoking and drinking. So do you want to go to a rage room, or would you like to, you know, when you paint the little bear, she was like, it's $35 if you want to, you know, make an appointment to paint the bears, or if you want to do like a pottery class. She was literally looking for stuff for him to do, and he just kept saying, no, I don't want to do it. I don't think I want to do it. But then you get on the internet and you make it seem like we were peer pressuring you, or we're not into the stuff that you're into, when really you're not into anything that we're into. You will never be into anything with us because you don't like us. It don't matter if we do pottery, if we watch anime, if we knit, if we crochet, you wouldn't be into any of it with us because you hate us. And since we telling all the business online, let's tell all the business. The reason why we took a 16-hour road trip to Ricky's house, the real reason, is because you didn't want to buy a plane ticket. I originally got my ticket to Atlanta. I canceled that flight because Keith said he was driving. So I'm like, I'm not about to let my bitch drive by herself. I'm gonna drive with you. We gonna thug this drive together, right? I canceled my ticket. I get my plane ticket for Houston. I go to Houston. I touch down with Keith. We cool, we talking, but we were supposed to get on the road literally that night that I touched down. We didn't get on the road until 3 days after that because he kept making excuses. He kept saying, well, I'm just gonna drop you off. I think I'm just gonna drop you off and come back because I'm not really feeling it. I was waiting for my ID in the mail and it didn't come, so I think I might just drop you off and then come back home. I'm like, what? You made me drive all the way out here for that? Like, for all that? I could have just got my ticket to Atlanta and you could have just not came. Like, what just happened? But I eventually ended up talking him into getting on the road and talking him into staying with us. Just looking back, it was so many red flags. It was a lot of red flags. We went to Ricky's house. For the whole 10 days, you sat at Ricky's house. You ate all my bitch food. You was constantly snacking, eating all the chips, all the cookies. I want some hog mogs, nigga. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. You ate all my bitch food up. Yeah, I'ma say it for her because she ain't gonna get on the internet and say it. But at the same time, you was resenting us. And then Ricky literally told us, like, I just paid my rent. I'm sending my bitch money because why would I have Ricky pay for everything? Like, that's really weird. Whole time, Ricky paid for everything for you on that trip. Only thing you paid for was when you DoorDash that Subway, and that's it. Ricky was buying us DoorDash. Ricky was spending $70, $80 on DoorDash. And it's like, no matter how much money you think one of your friends have, always give them something because you never know. It's just respectful. I'm thinking in my head, like, is he sending her money? Like, I'm not trying to be shady, but like, I'm sending her money. I hope he's sending her money too. I'm like, I'm literally in her house and she's hosting, she's cooking for us, she's constantly DoorDashing for us, going out and getting stuff for us, but you didn't send her anything, not one time. She just paid her rent and you staying in her house. Send her something for something. So to say that you resented us this whole entire time is just very hurtful. This really hurt my feelings, and this situation really put into perspective that everybody is not your friend. And then another thing was, before we were leaving, or when it was time to leave, you were literally begging Ricky to stay at her house, and you slept in her bed, and you was like, I think I'm gonna stay another day, blah 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 blah. So how could you do that with somebody that you resent and you don't like and that hurts you constantly? The last thing I'm gonna say about this topic is, Keys, I want you to call Messy Maj. I want you to call Messy Maj. How when we fell out and the first thing you did was you called Messy Maj, I want you to call Messy Maj. I want you to put him on speaker, and I want you to ask him for rent money like you did for us last month. Ask him for rent money. How me and Ricky went 50-50 on your rent just last month, and then you get online this month and you make videos about us? Call Messy Maj. Call him, because you can't call us no more. You can't call me. You and Messy Maj, y'all best of friends now. Call that nigga. And I'm not even saying it like that. I'm not even saying it in a way of, yeah, I give you money. Like, that's not what it is. It's the principle. You lack principle. We were there for you spiritually, emotionally, financially. You snaked us. You literally snaked us. You will never get the chance to call me a piece of shit again. This situation was about integrity. It was about loyalty. It was about respect. You have none of that. You will never, ever, ever, ever come on the internet about another friend again. This will be your last time. You didn't learn your lesson with 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna learn your lesson with me. And with the platform that I have, I do want to come on here and I want to take some accountability, because it's crystal clear that I did cross some of your boundaries too. I'm not denying that. It wasn't intentionally, but the impact does not always match the intent. So I apologize. Those times in the friendship where I had joked around about people being down low or people being low-key gay, I can see that that actually hurt your feeling, and it clearly started to bother you. You started to build resentment for us, but you never said anything, and that's why things are the way that they are now. But just like how you had your boundaries and you didn't say anything, I did the same exact thing when you would call me all types of ghetto black bitches as a joke. You're such a black bitch. you're such a black bitch, Nijhea. Like, oh my God, like, you're so ghetto, Nijhea.
You what? Oh my God, like, this is what I was saying.
What?
That if I was to fuck with somebody, I would really have to care and really see something with them if they had, like, if they were like similar personalities to y'all. Because, oh my God, y'all are such strong-headed black women. I love that though. We need more of y'all. But now it's starting to make sense why these black men be taking advantage of these white women. Because they know they're not getting shit over on y'all. Fuck you, mean? You came home after you from the casino? Nah, you wasn't at Uncle Shoot that long. You was with that bitch Keisha.
And I always let those type of jokes slide, but when you said it and you weren't joking, that hurt me to my core. You will always say, you're so loud, you're so ghetto, blah, 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 blah. And I always let those things slide, Keys. I always let it slide. But when you said it to me and you weren't joking anymore, it really hurt my feelings. It really made me feel some type of way. And I should have never let you play with me like that. It hurts me realizing that every joke you ever made to me was the truth. And the truth behind this situation is sometimes black women can be unknowingly homophobic. And sometimes gay men can be unknowingly misogynistic. But no, you knew. Oh no, you knew. Like, you did was on purpose. I'm saying other gay men, not you, because you knew. Other gay men, because you did that on purpose. But I feel like this is a great space to talk about this conversation, so I'm going to put this in the video, but I'm not letting up on your ass, Keith. This is about other gay men, not you. And I just feel like it's so much power in both of our communities that we can come together. We are better together than apart. And it's so easy to just cross each other's boundaries when we're not being intentional in friendships. And this is what I'm learning. I'm learning a lot from this situation, that you have to be intentional in your friendships. If you know that neither me or Ricky are homophobic. All of this should have literally been a private conversation between friends, and it just blew up. And I see a lot of black women in the comments like, well, yeah, I say that all the time. I say that all the time. I don't say that all the time. I don't say that all the time. That's not something that me nor Ricky say all the time. Me and my friends, you would hate my friend group. I don't condone that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't condone that. Y'all lost me. Yeah,